Hi, this is Kwavi, life coach for women 50 and over, and the creator of Flourish, an online community for women 50 and over. We are here for another episode of 50 Shades of Over 50, where I share information with you to help you live your best life on your own terms. And today we're going to cover an important topic, the top 11 foods that you need for excellent brain health. So these are the top foods that you need to start taking now, like not tomorrow, now. So I've been doing a lot of research on the brain, and I've also been looking at ways in which we can improve our cognitive health through the foods that we eat. And so I was able to research and I came up with these top 11 foods. So this is something that you want to listen for, take note, and implement right away. So the first one is not exactly food, but it's essential for brain health, and that is water. Water is important for brain health. Do you know that you can last for weeks without food, but days, only days without water? So, because when water is in low supply, we become dehydrated, we kind of get, like headaches, about the brain fog. And so, and listen, if you're 50 and over, like myself, or over, you probably are familiar with the brain fog. And it shows up in different ways, but I want to share something with you. Maybe about a month ago, I did, because I've been reading a lot about the brain, I did this experiment on myself where I increased my water intake. And I'm going to let you know the brain fog is still there, but not as much. Seriously. So I encourage you to actually try that for yourself. Increase your water intake, because when you're dehydrated or when you don't have enough water, it shows up in ways, you get fatigued, you have brain fog, you have headaches, delayed reaction, mood swings. So try it out. Try it out. And the brain is actually made up of 80% water. And so it needs to be replaced on a daily basis. One of the ways in which you can do that, something's in my eye, sorry about that. One of the ways in which you can do that is as soon as you wake up in the morning, just get a glass of water, just drink water right away. Because think about it, you've slept for a number of hours, your brain, your body has done a lot of things and it uses liquids to do that. And so you need to replenish the water. So drink water as soon as you wake up. And the brain is very sensitive to dehydration. Just a minimal loss of water can cause those symptoms where you start to feel, dizzy, confused. So that is one great way. And I know you're probably thinking, so how much water? So I did some research on that. And on average, most people are saying, based on the research, that it's about 8 to 10 cups of water daily can boost your brain performance by 30%. That's a lot. So, all right, ladies, let's get to drinking. The next one, number 2, is caviar. You're probably thinking, really? Yes. Black caviar has a high source of brain-building DHA, which is a type of omega-3, than any other food. 1 ounce contains 3 times the amount found in salmon. So you're probably thinking, caviar is not my thing. That's okay. You don't have to have it. But if you're looking for something less expensive, but contains almost as much at a lower cost, consider salmon roe. I'm not a big fan of fish eggs. So yeah, but if you are, this is something you want to add or continue. If you already have it, this is something you should continue eating and, in your diet. The third one is fatty fish. And I'm sure you've probably heard about fatty fish, and it has a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids. Yes, it's a building block that helps the brain, sharpens memory, improves your mood, and helps to protect your brain against cognitive decline. Yeah. And at the top of the list for those types of fish are salmon, trout, albacore tuna, herring, and sardines. And your brain uses the nutrients in these foods to build brain and nerve cells, and it's essential for learning and memory. Now, one thing I want you to think about is when I talked about the salmon, it has to be Alaskan wild caught salmon. The farm-raised salmon does not apply because those have toxins. So think about that. When you're thinking of salmon, go for the Alaskan wild caught salmon and not the farm raised, because those can be filled with mercury and toxins. All right. So think about omega-3s as providing your brain running to help it run smoothly. In other words, bye-bye brain fog and welcome improved memory. So let's get fish into our diet. The number 4, nuts and seeds. And nuts also contain the plant-based version of omega-3. So for some of you that might be vegetarians, hey, you can get it from your nuts and seeds. Those also help to promote healthy brain cells and reduce inflammation. A lot of nuts and seeds also have healthy fats, antioxidants, vitamin E that help to, have beneficial effects on the brain. Now, they did a 2014 study, and they found that women who ate nuts regularly over the course of several years had a sharper memory compared to women who didn't eat nuts. So if that's not enough proof for you, I don't know what is. So let's get to eating our nuts. And the types of nuts that you should consider are almonds, walnuts, Brazil nuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, sunflower, and hemp seeds are just a few. What I do with some of my seeds, specifically like the flax seed, chia seeds, and hemp seeds, I like to add them to, like if I'm having a natural yogurt with granola, I'll add it. Sometimes I'll add it to my smoothies. So you can eat it raw, or you can add it to smoothies or even salads. Now, all nuts are particularly good for your brain, but walnuts have like an extra edge. So if you like walnuts, add an extra dough, add extra walnuts. Now, stick with the raw, plain nuts. I know when you go to the grocery store, you're going to see a wide variety. You'll see salted, roasted, honey roasted, pepper flavor. I mean, they have all kinds. Stay away from those. Stick with the raw and the natural flavor. Okay. Number 5, dark leafy greens. So if you're from my generation, you remember Popeye. So I guess Popeye was onto something with his spinach obsession. Remember when he would take the spinach, all of a sudden he would have those bulging muscles? He was onto something. Recent research has shown that eating dark leafy vegetables can help keep dementia at bay. They're full of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and disease-fighting nutrients, which, we all need. And dark leafy vegetables to consider would be like spinach, Swiss chard, dandelion greens, kale. They all contain sources of brain essential nutrients. They actually did a study where they evaluated the eating habits and mental ability of more than 950 adults for an average of 5 years. And those adults who ate a serving of leafy green vegetables once or twice a day experienced slower mental deterioration than those who ate no vegetables, even when they factored in age, education, and family history. Think about that. So you need to start eating your vegetables at least once a day. The next on our list is extra virgin olive oil and flaxseed oil. Dr. Mosconi, a world-renowned neuroscientist, says that of all the cooking oils you stock in your cabinet, because there are a lot, olive oil and flaxseed oil are the most prized by your brain. These oils are loaded with anti-aging nutrients and like omega-3s and vitamin E. And extra virgin olive oil is also rich in monounsaturated fat, a good kind of fat that is good for the heart as well as for your brain. So now, when using extra virgin olive oil, remember that it's not a good option for cooking. It's actually best eaten at cold or room temperature. So remember that. It's not one of the ones you use to fry stuff and cook. No, it's best at room temperature. All right, number 7, we have our power fruits: blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, as well as citrus fruit like oranges, lemons, apples, and grapefruit. Now, these fruits have a low glycemic index, so they help regulate blood sugar levels and have a good amount of fiber. Because certain carbs can cause your blood sugar levels to spike, and higher blood sugar levels lead to conditions like obesity and type 2 diabetes. So you want to eat foods with low glycemic index and reduce those with a higher glycemic index. All right, so those are our fruits. We have to get those in. Number 8, raw cacao. Dark colored beans like raw cacao have natural antioxidants that protect the brain from harm. Cacao contains powerful antioxidants known to support cellular aging and improve blood flow to the brain. Yeah, that's great, right? And you can use it to make cacao tea, or you can add it to your smoothies. Now, when looking for dark chocolate that contain cacao content, look for ones that have a content of 80% or higher. All right? Yes. Well, on to number 9, and this is one of my favorites. Avocado. Yes. Avocado contain monounsaturated fats and are linked to improved cognitive function and a lower risk of dementia. They promote healthy blood flow to the brain, along with several of the brain's most valued nutrients like folate, vitamin C, vitamin E, and copper. Yeah. Now, something I didn't know, maybe you knew this. I didn't know that avocado was a fruit. I didn't know it was in the fruit family. I actually thought it was a vegetable. Maybe you knew that. I didn't. So avocado tops the list at number 9. Number 10, we have beans, an inexpensive, convenient, and versatile type of food. Beans are the ultimate brain-friendly food. They're slowly digested, nutrient-dense, and provide the brain with its preferred fuel, glucose. Yeah. So they provide magnesium, zinc, fiber, antioxidant, and folate. And folate is essential for brain functioning. Yeah. When you have a deficiency of folate, it can lead to neurological disorders such as depression and cognitive impairment. So let's get that in. Let's get our beans. And beans are really inexpensive. They're pretty easy to cook. So let's start adding beans to our diet. All right, ladies. And the final one, number 11, whole grains. A diet packed with whole grain rich foods promotes improved blood flow to the brain. And I want you to also look for ones that are not processed, because it's easy to find whole grains that are. So we want to look for the ones that are not processed. Because think about it, that's what helps give your brain energy. The brain can't concentrate and function without energy. And whole grains are a great source of that. While eating whole grains, it provides vitamin E, for the support of the overall brain health. Now, what are some of the whole grain foods that we should be looking for? Brown rice, barley, bulgur wheat, oatmeal, spelt. Those are just to name a few. And like I said before, you want to find the ones that are not processed. So those are the top 11 foods that you need to start incorporating into your diet right away to improve your brain health. These are brain-rich foods that you need. And like I said, you know what? These things won't work until you start taking action. So you listen to it, find one or two you can start to incorporate, because I know it's not easy to kind of incorporate all, or maybe you've been incorporating all of them already. But now you know, now you have the information. And what's next? Time for you to take action. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and share. I'll see you next week on another episode of 50 Shades of Over 50. Take care. Bye.